All right, everyone, we're watching the Electric Callboy premiere.
Can you see the midnight sun? Midnight sun. Close your eyes, it's time to dream. The night has come.
What is going on right now? Man, this takes me back to like when I was a kid. Like, this is something very different for Electric Callboy. Holy shit! We get some of those familiar little riffs. Give it to me, Nico. Sounding as good as ever. The way those guitars drop gives it a little bit of a darker vibe than what we typically get from this band. Man, this reminds me of like hits we reached from the 80s, like Labyrinth and all those messed up movies we had. Damn. Holy shit, they went all out with the VX. Kevin channeling his inner falling in reverse.
I see a leash, I'm gonna cut it. All I need is reverie. You will forever be a part of me. Don't wanna feel like a puppet. I see a leash, I'm gonna cut it. All I need is reverie. You took the love
This is like
away from me.
strangely beautiful, man. It's making me a little emotional. What the fuck?
You will forever be a part of me. Don't wanna feel like a puppet. I see a leash, I'm gonna cut it.
Why am I getting teary-eyed? What the fuck? Dude, I don't know what happened to me at the end there. Like, man, like, listen, I love this band. And this probably comes from a biased place because I love this band. This is my favorite band, and they don't miss. You know, we got Elevator Operator, which, you know, definitely played into their, you know, goofy side, which is what we know Electric Callboy for. But they also have this other side, which is, you know, a little bit more serious. And it's hard to talk about this necessarily being a serious song because there's almost like this childish element to it. But I want to go back to like the lyrics and I guess the story of the song, because it feels a lot like you can look at it from, like, you know, as a child and, you know, having those dark times or those dark thoughts and how you push back on them and how you fight through them, kind of like what they're talking about, you know, the having that leash and cutting it loose and feeling like a puppet, and you know, just having these nightmares, whether they're, you know, nightmares themselves or living nightmares, and that extends to you as an adult. We have those situations that happen right now, and I may be reading way too much into this song and into this video, but there's that aspect of it that I think touched me. But then this also kind of like brought out these memories from when I was a kid also. And I mean, like, I grew up watching a lot of movies, and I'm a huge movie fan, and watching movies in the early 90s was kind of wild. You know, we had, you know, Dark Crystal, we had Labyrinth, we had Neverending Story, we had Return to Oz. We had a lot of these dark fantasies that, like, if you watch them today, they're pretty messed up. And this had kind of that feeling where it almost took me back to like being a kid watching those movies and being intrigued in the fantasy of it all, but also kind of scared. This, to me, is an incredible departure from what they typically do, while at the same time still keeping in line with what we know Electric Callboy to be. There are some very familiar hooks and riffs and things that when you listen to this song, you're like, yeah, this is an Electric Callboy song, but it's also just different. And this has been the most excited I've been for this band for a while now. I mean, can't wait to see what else they do. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if I'm a little bit crazy or just emotional this morning or something is going on, but like, this song touched me in a way that I didn't expect an Electric Callboy song to. Let me know what you guys thought.